everyone, and welcome to Have You Seen It? I'm your host, Eliza Garcia, and for this week's episode, we've decided to direct our appreciation for films towards one of our favorite movie series, Harry Potter. I'm sure most of you have either heard of or have seen a majority of the Harry Potter movies, but for those of you who aren't hardcore fans like my friends and I, don't worry. I'm going to fill you in on what you've been missing and tell you some interesting facts about the films. The Harry Potter movies are based off of the fictional novel series created by J.K. Rowling. These films chronicle the adventures of the adolescent Harry Potter, a student at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The main story concerns Harry Potter's quest to defeat the Dark Wizard, Lord Voldemort. Together, with his best friends Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger, they must stop the Dark Wizard before he conquers the wizarding world and destroys all those who stand in his way. The film series has crossed the 7 billion mark in total worldwide sales. After spending 6 years writing the first installment of her Harry Potter novels, Rowling was rejected by 9 publishers before Bloomsbury agreed to sign her on. To date, Rowling is the best-selling author in the history of fictional literature. She is the first to become a billionaire from writing books. Deathly Hallows Parts 1 and 2 were filmed continuously for 18 months. 58% of UK schools now have Hogwarts-like houses, dividing the houses into Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. In 2006, when Emma Watson's contract ran out, Warner Brothers nearly had to find a replacement for Order of the Phoenix. Harry Potter wore out between 60 and 70 wands during the making of the films. Wands were made on the set, and no 2 wands were alike. Daniel Radcliffe went through 160 pairs of glasses in the duration of the films. Now, let's go meet some of my friends and see what their opinions are of Harry Potter. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
My name is Johanna Cerruti.
I'm Josh Hannock.
And I'm Megan DePoe.
So why does everyone think the Harry Potter movies are so popular? I mean, look at all of us. We're huge fans. What is it about the movies that make them so appealing?
Well, I think for our generation especially, I mean, the Harry Potter movies and the Harry Potter books were a lot of our childhood. Mm-hmm. So I think now the college age really has a good grasp of, because I don't know about everybody else, but when I was little, I would go stand in line at 12 midnight when the books came out.
And we also read all the books because we grew up with the books, where I think the younger kids now just came up with the movies.
It's so different from, any other Disney movies. I mean, just because it's real people on the screen and they're doing all these, you see floating brooms or people flying on brooms and floating candlesticks.
You want to be a part of it almost.
Exactly.
Oh, I know I did.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely a combination of those two things. It's the fact that it came out when we were so young and the fact that so many people like it. It seems like the more people that like it, the more people that want to watch it because it's something you can talk about, something you can go see together. It unites a lot of people.
Now that we've gone over why we like the movies, let's discuss some specific aspects of the movie. First off, all the characters. My favorite character is Harry Potter. He's the hero. He never betrays his friends. Everyone looks up to him. I mean, that's what I would want in, my favorite character. What about you guys?
My favorite character was Hermione Granger, just because she was a girl, just like, we were both the same age when I started reading these books. And she was really smart, and she had, 2 of the coolest best friends, ever. So she was just a lot of fun, and she didn't take any crap from anybody. She was, very independent and strong. So that's why she was one of my favorite characters.
I personally liked Hagrid. I mean, he filled so many roles. He was pariah because he was half giant, so he didn't really fit in with humans or giants. He couldn't really use magic, but he brought Harry into the wizarding world. So he was kind of like a father figure for him. And I felt like if it wasn't for that, then Harry wouldn't have done what he did.
Honestly, for me, it's really hard to choose because I love them all, but I mean, Dumbledore, he is so out there and crazy, and the things he says, he's so funny, but he's so wise, and he kind of looks after Harry all through, up until the 6th book, but definitely him.
Let's see what characters are popular with some of the students around campus.
My favorite Harry Potter character, I would have to say Snape. There's so much going on with him. He's a triple agent, so it's kind of cool.
Really, most people don't like Snape, but you do.
I mean, it's not the, he had to do the things that he had to do, when he killed Dumbledore, Dumbledore told him to do. So, I mean, he is kind of trustworthy in a certain way.
Probably Harry Potter himself, because he just has that momentum of getting the job done right, and yeah.
I would have to say Harry is my favorite because he's so brave and takes on anything. Sort of reminds me of me.
Probably Hagrid. Do you want me to know what? I don't know. I just thought it was always funny because he constantly puts the students in danger by bringing these crazy animals on campus, but he never gets fired. And he's not a wizard, right?
I'm not sure.
I don't think he's a wizard, so I'm still going to have to go with Hagrid. He's pretty cool.
I would say that Ron Weasley was my favorite character because he is a very loyal friend. He seems to be of Irish descent, which I also am, so we have something in common there. And because he's not very good at magic, which I see myself as not being very good at magic either.
Well, another one of my favorite things from the Harry Potter movies is definitely the Wingardium Leviosa spell, just because that part in the movie is definitely one of my favorite scenes when Hermione is doing the spell and she goes, "It's Wingardium Leviosa, not Wingardium Leviosa," and it just shows off her attitude very early on in the series. What about you guys?
Well, I like Stupefy. It's Harry's favorite spell. It's really easy in the wizarding world to just kill somebody, but you know, Harry's a real man. He just stuns them, even the really bad people. He knows, you know, I mean, he doesn't like to kill people.
I really like the Expecto Patronum spell because it's so powerful, especially at the end of the third one when he yells it and it just a big ball of light just shows up to fight off the Dementors, and I just like it because it's such a powerful spell and it seems to work really well.
Mine seems more simple than you guys. I just like Lumos. Whenever you need light, come on, you can just use it. It's pretty essential, I think.
Permanent flashlight.
Yeah, permanent flashlight.
Let's see what spells from the movie some of the students on campus would like to cast.
I'm going to stick with Snape and go Sectum Sempra on that one. I thought that scene was pretty cool. I really liked it in the book. And you only see it like once or twice, so it's probably why.
I believe it's the Mentor spell. It's called Expecto Patronum.
Expecto Patronum.
Right.
I said that, okay? Okay, and what does it do?
It gets rid of the Dementors.
The spell I like is the I don't remember what it's called, but it's when he goes invisible. What's that? The cloak?
Oh, the invisibility cloak. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a spell or not, but
It's pretty good though. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pass. The one where they turn into like animals, like cats and animals, towards like transmorgifiguration. Transfiguration.
I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Wingardium Leviosa. It's a good question, Christy. I like it because it was in the movie. First off, obviously. It definitely sounds really cool. I'm actually not sure what it does. I believe it's to levitate something, if I'm correct.
I think so.
Yeah, so I don't know. I would like to levitate stuff, so that'd be cool.
You know, there are a lot of cool scenes from Harry Potter, and it seems like as the movies progressed, they were able to incorporate even more like visual effects to make everything look and seem like so real. One of my favorite Harry Potter scenes would have to be, well, I loved the Goblet of Fire. So I think my favorite scenes would be the ones where they're doing the competitions for the Triwizard Cup. So when they're underwater in the lake trying to swim and like, since there's such a competitiveness, you know, between students for the Triwizard Championship, I just think that all three of those competitions were some of my favorite scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Hold on. My favorite is probably in Order of the Phoenix, the Department of Mysteries, because they really, starting with that scene, they changed how like wizarding duels were, because they started to incorporate the black and white smoke that people like fly around through, which wasn't really in the books, but once they started using that, like they kept using it movie after movie, and really it led to some cool stuff in the films.
I know I said earlier that my favorite scene was Hermione with the Wingardium Leviosa spell, but I also really liked the scene in the 8th movie when they're in Gringotts and they break out with the dragon. I thought that was really well done visually, and I was excited to see it transported from the book to the movies, and I think they did a good job of it.
I think my favorite scene is in the very last movies, Deathly Hallows Part 2. the wand fight between Voldemort and Harry. It was just like the impact, just like I watched it in theaters, and just watching it happen was so strong, and the way they made it look, it didn't, there's no way it seemed visual effects and everything like that. The colors were so vibrant, and just everything they put into it was just, I was in awe of how they like did it.
Let's see what some of the students have to say about their favorite scenes.
My favorite scene would be in the movies. It would have to be in the 7th part 2. That whole montage scene going back, and explaining everything about how Dumbledore died, or why rather. That's my favorite scene.
My favorite scene was, actually I have two favorite scenes from Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2. The kiss between Harry and Ginny, and the kiss between Ron and Hermione.
So you like to watch people kissing?
I just love the romance between all 4 characters.
My favorite scene from the movie is when the big guy from the movie gets the wand stuck up his nose, and they beat him.
Oh, the troll?
Yeah, the troll. And that's my favorite because they showed that they can beat anybody.
I think it's from the 4th movie when there's that ship that comes out from out of the water. I thought that was really cool when all the wizards were getting there for the tournament. I just thought that was neat because it showed like the different kind of wizarding cultures and how they have their modes of transportation and stuff. That world's so
The Goblet of Fire?
Yeah, the Goblet of Fire. Yeah, the 4th book.
I think I like in the 3rd movie where they steal the that mystical creature. You know what? The name's not coming to me right now. But when they're flying around on him, I think that's pretty cool because I wish I could be flying around on the mystical creature. Who doesn't?
I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big fan of the dragons in Goblet of Fire because they made them each so unique. Like each one, different size, different strengths, and they look pretty good visually. How about you guys?
I really loved Dobby. Okay, I wanted one of him. I wanted him actually. He was just so loyal to Harry and to Harry's friends, really, and his friends and family. And towards the very end, I don't want to say what happened, but I will love Dobby forever.
I liked I know they're not really mythical, but with the big spiders. Just because every time everybody saw them, they would always be like, ew, look at those big spiders, but they were just cute. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it was definitely kind of terrifying. You don't want to walk into the woods and see something that big, but I don't know. It just sticks out to me that's just something interesting, especially in the 2nd movie.
I can't even watch that scene in the 2nd movie, honestly. I'm so afraid of spiders. I have to look away every time.
Same here. Let's check out some of the students' favorite scenes from the movies.
What would you say then is your favorite animal or mythical creature from the movies?
Probably the werewolf. Probably the werewolf, because Lupin was a werewolf and so is Greyback, and they're like 2 different, people. Like one's more good, the other one's bad. I don't know, kind of like that.
I'd have to say the centaurs.
The troll, actually.
The troll is your favorite?
Yeah. Even though he got beat, that's my favorite.
He's kind of nasty too.
Yeah, with all that snot.
I really like the dragons because I just think dragons are kind of neat. And the Elder Scrolls Skyrim came out 11/11, and I've been playing that game a lot, and they have a lot of dragons in that game. So I'm on the dragon binge right now.
I'm gonna go with the dragons because I believe it's in the Goblet of Fire, number 4, is where he's fighting all the dragons, and they seem pretty sweet. I mean, I actually kind of wish they were, actually real. Not in America because that would be unfortunate for us. But if it was some far out country, like maybe Australia, if there's dragons there, I would love that because that's got to be my favorite.
So we talked a lot about the different things that the movies had in them. They're all so different. There are 8 of them. So what is your favorite movie?
Well, I think if I can, I'd have to put the last 2 together because it was one book. I have to agree with their decision to split it up into 2 movies because the movies before that, they felt a little rushed. They left some things out, and I think they did a really good job of splitting it into 2 movies. And I know the first half, or the first one was a little boring, it was a little slow, but I don't know, I liked that pace. I thought it was a safe pace for them to go with. But also I'd have to say the first one is just for nostalgia's sake, because I know all the lines from it. So what about you guys?
I love the fourth one, the fourth book and the fourth movie. I really like that they bring the Bolsheviks and the French girls like into Hogwarts, and I really just like the competitiveness of it. I know I've already said this, but I like all the aspects because I really feel like the fourth book and movie is like the last time you have this like kind of light sense, to the movie. After it gets really dark, and because it's all about Voldemort, because Voldemort comes back in the end of the fourth. So I feel like it's the last kind of like fun that Harry gets to have before it's time to like really get serious. So that's why it's both my favorite book and movie.
Well, I agree that the fourth book was probably the best one, but as far as movies go, I really like Half-Blood Prince. I felt like, although they did cut out the big fight at the end of Hogwarts, which would have been a great scene, I felt that they got all the major parts into it and just made it a pretty epic movie. It was a good build-up for the last two.
My favorite one is Deathly Hallows Part 2. That whole entire movie, I was sitting at the edge of my seat. My eyes were huge, just like waiting for the next thing to happen. The way they just put it together was amazing to me. Just to end it like that, they couldn't have done a better job. Let's hear from the students to see what their favorite movies are.
Wow.
I know they're all really good.
Yeah, probably the third one, because that's when it started really getting real, Voldemort came back and or kind of came back, and it just started getting real from there.
A lot going on.
Yeah, people started dying, and so.
I'm gonna have to go with the first movie because that kind of introduced you to the wizarding world, and I thought that was just like a really cool kind of perspective. And after the first movie, you kind of like, you're used to how it's done, but at first it was just like this kid who lives in a cupboard, and all of a sudden he's a wizard and everything's changed. I just really like that.
I would have to say I like them all, but the Sorcerer's Stone is my favorite. And I couldn't tell you why, but that's just my favorite.
I haven't seen all of them, but I'm gonna have to stick with the Goblet of Fire because again, there's just a lot of action, a lot of dragons, which is great for me. And it's kind of long, but there's a lot that goes on there. There's a lot of different scenes that are pretty cool. The underwater, the dragons, so go with 4.
Let's start with asking you, what was the year when the first Harry Potter movie came out?
I believe the book came out in 99. I think 2001.
2001.
2001.
Oh gosh. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna figure I was in about 5th grade. 5th grade. 2001. I'm gonna go with.
Was it 2001?
Correct. Very good. Next question. How many movies are there total?
8.
I believe that the 7th one was the only one that they split up, so I'm gonna say 8 movies.
8?
Correct again. He knows a couple things.
Is it 4?
4? No, 8.
8.
7 technically, but the 7 one was made into a 2-parter, so 8. A little trick question there.
Yeah, that was real tricky.
What does OWL or OWL stand for?
Oh my God.
We may have stumped him.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't read the books in a while. I honestly don't know.
The correct answer is ordinary wizarding level. Oh.
Oh no, isn't that the mail service? Do I get partial credit?
The mail service, can you elaborate a little more?
Oh, when the owls come and bring mail.
Oh, the mail, like M-A-I-L. I thought you meant M-A-L-E.
The mail escort service, the owls, Harry Potter.
Oh, wow. Lethargic.
Outstanding with leadership.
Ordinary wizarding out. Ordinary wizarding level examinations.
What do they call a person from a non-magical family who is incapable of doing magic? So basically an ordinary person like you and me.
Non-wizard.
That would be a mudblood.
Actually, the answer we were looking for is muggle. I'm sorry, because
sound
mudbloods,
so much alike.
mudblood people, excuse my expression, do have magical powers.
Muggle.
Yeah, a muggle.
Muggles.
Correct.
How many unforgivable curses are there?
Unforgivable curses. Man, it's probably like 50.
9.
Is that your final answer?
7. No, 9. I'm going with 9. There's 9 of them.
I'm sorry, the answer is 3.
Straight.
That would be 3.
3.
There are 3.
Do you by chance know what they are? If you don't, that's okay, but let's just see how far we can go with this.
One's the Cruciatus curse. I can't really say it right.
That's okay. And what does that consist of?
I really don't know. It's just like torture spell. That's all I really know.
Torture, yes. One is torture or pain.
And the other one's a Vagadaver. That's a killing spell.
Yes, and one more.
The other one is you can move them around.
That's right, controlling.
Yeah.
Controlling, that's right. I don't know the names, but I do know what they do. What is Lord Voldemort, or should I say he who should not be named? What is his real name?
Hold on. I think I know. Yeah, no, I don't. Cornelius Fudge.
That I do not know offhand, but if I do some research,
What if I give you the first name?
let me-
The first name would be Tom. Do you know the last name?
Could you give me the first letter of it?
Tom R.
Tom Ridgingsworth.
Close, but we were looking for Tom Riddle.
Riddle.
Tom Riddle, yes.
Tom Riddle.
His name's Tom Riddle.
Wow, okay.
Tom Riddle.
Correct.
What animal can Professor McGonagall turn into?
A cat.
A cat. Yeah, a cat. That's my final answer.
That would be a cat.
A cat.
Does she have a name when she turns into a cat?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering, curious.
Ow.
No, close, but we were looking for a cat. A cat. Where
cat.
did you see the scene where she's up on the desk and then she
I
jumps?
got them mixed up.
That's okay,
My
that's
fault.
okay.
My
What is the name of the train that transports them to Hogwarts?
The Polar Express. Oh, no, wait. I really don't know this one. The Hogwarts Express?
Correct.
All right, yeah.
Polar Express. Isn't that a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
That'd be platform 9 3/4.
No, I'm sorry. We were looking
Hogwarts
for.
Express.
Oh, he redeemed himself.
The Hogwarts Express.
Name, they got a name of the train. Could you give me a hint?
It is an express train. Something express. And I'll give you another hint. It is where they are going, or what the school is called Express.
Can I use a lifeline or no?
If you want.
So what? Could you give me this answer or no?
I believe it's Hogwarts Express.
Yeah, Hogwarts Express.
Very good.
The Hogwarts Express.
And what is the platform they board?
9 3/4.
Very good.
How many Horcruxes are there?
What was that?
Oh, wait. Could you repeat the question?
How many Horcruxes were there?
9. 7. Those are the two numbers I know.
Which one is it?
I'm gonna go with 7.
I don't think I got that deep into the movies.
All right. Well, I will give you a hint. It is between 5 and 8.
I don't know much about Horcruxes, so I'm not sure. Sorry.
Let me see. There was the book. There was the ring. There was Harry Potter himself. There was the snake. So 4.
No.
7.
Can you explain to me what Horcrux is? Because I don't even know.
They are pieces of Lord Voldemort's soul.
And last, what is the object? And I'm sure you'll get this one. I have faith.
Okay.
What is the object Harry Potter is responsible for catching while playing Quidditch? Come on, you got this.
Could I get a first letter?
G.
Ah,
It's a color.
green.
The Golden Snitch.
That is the Golden Snitch.
Snitch.
What kind of snitch?
The golden one.
That would be the Golden Snitch.
Correct. All right, thanks, guys. Back to you.
So as you can see, I'm sitting here with some really big Harry Potter fans. You guys notice their cloaks? I like them, by the way. Well, that's all we have for this week's episode of Have You Seen It? Be sure to tune in next time.
Gold.
Golden.
Golden.
Someone who tattles on you.
Golden snitch.
Very good. Very good. He did okay.
Yeah.
But, all right.
Snape, Severus Snape. Okay.
Hi, I'm Shay, and I'm here with Angela Noviello, and I'm going to ask her a couple Harry Potter questions.
Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.